Hola amores, and welcome back to my channel. I am Maritza. I hope all of you are doing better and better each day and every day. In today's video topic, first I'm going to say a hello to all of you from Colombia. And then the topic today is going to be on why some women are refusing to not have sex, okay? Why do they choose to not have it? I will tell you all about it today. But first, go ahead and stay with me, and please click on the subscribe and the like button to show me a little bit, a tiny of support, as well as turn on all your notifications to become aware as soon as I put out a new video. Okay, let's begin. Alright, my loves, let's start today's video by saying that, of course, it's not that all women out there, or not even that the majority of ladies out there are refusing to not have sex, because that would just be lying, right? That would be me lying. But today's video is to explain for you the reasons of why some women decide to not have sex, to stay celibate, alright? Anyways, first, let's talk about something called female sexual dysfunction, which is a broad term that encompasses the disruption of women's sexual satisfaction for various reasons, okay? And this can be either because of perhaps psychological reasons or maybe physical reasons. All right, so the first type of sexual dysfunction that I will mention today is what they call hypoactive sexual desire, all right? Which is where women, because of longer periods of perhaps sexual absentee, then they or she or the ladies begin to lose all sorts of desires and even stops having or completely forgets about those sexual fantasies that some may have in their minds, okay? That she may have once had before or that she may once have enjoyed. And the reason why such potential factors can be due is primarily issues linked with her mental health, like perhaps maybe having way too many problems at home or growing up or in a past relationship, or maybe just difficult with problems in the family, ongoing problems, or maybe just having longer periods of depression, or maybe even due to side effects of taking long-term medications. All these things can definitely cause women to not have any sexual desire, okay? To actually maybe even be repulsed. Yes, to be feeling repulsive, okay, of the idea of having it once again. And of course, after longer periods of not having intimacy, then it becomes a chronic issue where it doesn't even cross her mind to ever become sexually active once again. All right, my loves, the dysfunction number 2 of why some ladies are refusing to not have sex is because of something else called female sexual arousal disorder, okay? And this simply means that she has begun to experience constant difficulty in either getting aroused, or number 2, which is maintaining the arousal for longer periods, all right? Or just having absence of perhaps lubrication, which is what happens to ladies when they reach a certain age, okay? They start losing lubrications when having sex. Anyways, that now what happens, she simply no longer wants to keep trying. And this can also be coming along a psychological issue. Yes, but it can very well be also a health-related problem. Again, hormonal disorders or menopause or even another health diagnosis that has left her with no desire to become sexually active again. I will tell you, our minds are very strong, and our minds control our body, okay? And when you combine perhaps a health issue with a possible mental issue in a lady, then the end result most likely will be no sex, okay? Or no desire for sex. All right, my loves, reason number 3 of why maybe some ladies no longer want to have sex is because of what they call the female orgasmic disorder, all right? Which basically means she has lots of difficulty in always reaching the orgasms, okay? Or maybe only has them very sporadically once in a blue moon. So because of this, she begins to lack sexual stimulation and to not want it or to not crave it any longer, all right? What's the problem? The problem is that some ladies they do not get to know themselves first, okay? They do not even try different forms of stimulation, or perhaps they don't know what feels good, okay? And what doesn't feel good because of just never learning about themselves. Or some ladies just maybe even don't take the time to learn or to address perhaps psychological issues, or even maybe relationship issues if this is the case, all right? Like I told you previously, our minds are very, very strong, and they control everything in our, most of everything in our life, all right? And to overcome issues that perhaps are mental related or maybe relationship issues, those are about what? About studying and learning and trying ways to overcome the problems, okay? And taking time to analyze the history of the past or maybe personal traumas in order to then be relaxed and understand yourself and maybe even reach the climax for the ladies. But some women simply prefer to shut it down, to close it down, and to give it up completely. All right, my loves. And the last and number 4 sexual dysfunction that I will mention of why some women give up on sex is simply because of pain, okay? Some women can no longer resist the pain during intercourse or maybe in other genital areas. Like what? Like maybe the breast or maybe her ovaries or even the pelvis, okay? And because of this uncomfortable periods, long periods during sex, she simply no longer wants it anymore, okay? Because it hurts. It really does hurt. It's uncomfortable, and this lady has become very negative about it, or she can even be very fearful to have it once again. So yes, she prefers to block herself off completely and block sex from her agenda. Anyways, my friends, not all women were made for sex, just as not all men were made for it too. So just talk about it, learn from it, see if you both are on the same page, and make sure that whoever you meet or whoever you're with do share those same necessities or ways to satisfy themselves just as you, okay? That you share. Because the feelings between you and the lady have to be reciprocal. The necessities and the desires, they all have to be aligned for you to have a good relationship, all right? A steady, a nice, healthy relationship. Because as they say in Spanish, si no es mutuo, que no sea nada. And it means if it's not mutual, then let it be nothing, okay? Believe me. And with this being said, I send the best of luck to each and every one of you and a big hug to all. Before we go, I welcome all of you to connect with me through Instagram. And also don't forget to check out and to subscribe to my other music relaxing channel here on YouTube. And don't forget to go and see the channel's membership where any subscriber can join if maybe you, yes, if you find it useful. All right, my loves, that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching and for sticking with me in today's video and with the channel. I hope you liked, I hope you enjoyed what I shared, and I look forward to having you here again soon. I ask you one thing, and it is share today's video to someone else if you think it can be helpful for them, all right? If you or I, we can do something good for someone else, why not do it? Especially if it's not costing us anything. And last, let me know your thoughts and give me your comments on what I discussed today. Perhaps have you met ladies who don't want sex, or perhaps you're with someone in a relationship who doesn't want it, and what is the reason, okay? Once again, I am Maritza, and know that I will try my best to continue always bringing you ways on how to create a better bond with yourself and a more meaningful relationship with all those around you. Mwah. Till next time. Ciao, ciao, my loves. Ciao, ciao, my amores.